All right, hey there. So we are into our next Magic Realm game here, and I've set up, pretty much set everything up, and I'm ready to sort of get started right in week one. Here's our map. I think it's a decent map. It's so intriguing because all the garrisons are super close to each other, which is doesn't often happen in my experience, unless you specifically build the boards. But on a random board, almost never happens. But here we have just this nice little line of garrisons. So very interesting. This one, the soldiers in the house are a little bit remote, but really only due to one secret path right here in the ruins. So first thing is, it opens up a couple of the what do you want to say, the rare quests like pub crawl, which the pilgrim has and is going to keep. I always throw that away normally because it's garbage 9 times out of 10. You can almost never get to the four garrisons, but in this case, he can visit four garrisons in the matter of a couple weeks to score pub crawl, and that's worth 2 points. So that pilgrim's gonna stick with that. So that's one aspect of the board I find intriguing. Second aspect of this board I find intriguing is that we have deliveries. So with the garrisons all stuck together, we also got the lucky card draw of deliveries here, and so the inn has 3 deliveries for one for each of these dwellings. So that's a lot of points to be scored, especially because the swordsman and the Amazon start at the inn, and the swordsman has the option to go first. And if he goes first and um, picks up one of these ales, say to the guard, he can score day one, almost trivially. Now the Amazon will likely pick something up. Well, and then the weird thing is once the swordsman goes, he's the only one guaranteed to go first. Everybody else then has to hope to draw the chit next to get to the inn to grab probably in ale to the chapel. And so it's sort of a weird vibe of the swordsman knows he can score this, and the rest of them sort of have to hope to get lucky, essentially, or not. And since you have to write your move before you know, sort of interesting. So we'll see how that goes. That's going to be an interesting day one. We also have the Lost Warlock and the Wood Sprite in the Deep Woods, and both of those are good and easy to score, with the caveat that taking the Warlock back to a dwelling is a bit of a haul at that point. You have to get to the Deep Woods, you've got to go through the borderlands here. So you would likely take this path through the cliff here into the borderland 4, 6, 3, 2, and then into the Deep Woods using this road here. So you got 2 points down here possibly, but it's a long 2 points. Whereas up here, you got a bunch of points just sitting. So let's look super quick at the 4 characters. We got the Pilgrim, white magic, medium, crap weapons, no armor. He has locate the altar, pub crawl, and navigator as his quests. Navigator's a good look for him because, as you can see, there's a secret path here, a secret passage here, and then a secret path here. So he can score those pretty quick, and then pub crawl, bam. So we should be getting a couple points early on. The White Knight has sort of an interesting play here in that he has Windfall, so he can get $5 just by ending his day at a dwelling. He also has the Arsonist, and then he has the event Natives Arrive. So the interesting thing about that is that a native group of your choice arrives at a location they would otherwise appear. So, for instance, the White Knight could call, using natives, arrive, the company to the inn. Now, here's the thing about the company for the White Knight. He hates them. They're his enemy. So he can use the arsonist, and he can call, what is it? Retribution. Your target is an enemy group of your choice. So he would target the company with arson, and he would try to burn down their stuff. And that's largely by being hidden and executing a successful search phase. And he does that, and he scores 2 VP. So again, the White Knight has a lot of VP sitting right there at in the first couple of a few days. The Amazon, she has take cover, so that's an event card that allows her to hide instantly when she needs to. And so this is going to allow her to play her extra move very, very liberally. And she can be very, very bold in her early moves until she essentially needs to have hidden. And then she'll use take cover, and then she'll have to play a little more conservatively there. She has locate the lair, and then Gambler, and Gambler's going to allow her to score at the house or at the inn, because, again, she's at the damn inn, and the Gambler is house or inn. You gamble with the rogues or the soldiers. Finally, by the Swordsman. The Swordsman does not have as good a cards as the rest of the characters. The rest of the characters all got super lucky draws, which play into this bullet big time. The Swordsman did not quite get that. What he did get, though, is he has Windfall, so he'll get $5 just by ending his day at a dwelling. And he has Diplomat, encounter goblins, one of them joins you, and the rest disperse. And then he has Woodsman, find the small campfire. And I don't think he drops any of those. He certainly, I mean, the small campfire might be a little bit of a hose job, because the woods are sort of distant. That's the only one I would consider dropping. They're all doable. And as a light character, you are in danger of, getting Troll Slayer or something like that you can't possibly complete. So the fact that he has all cards he can complete is pretty darn good. And the fact that he's going to score a point here is pretty darn good. So I don't know if I should keep it or if I should drop it and try my luck with something else. I like Diplomat because it means I can do things like run through the woods in the borderland with impunity, and if goblins do show up, bam, you get a follower and a victory point. I'm going to say we're going to drop Woodsman, and we're going to draw a card. Oops, I have a little... I don't know what the heck this was. I really need to find out what device was purchased or what thing was purchased what gave me this, because it is wonderful for holding decks of crappy index cards, which I use a lot of for tabletop games and so on. So I've got my decks here, just like this, and it's about as do-it-yourself as I've ever gotten in my life here. So let's draw the top card off the deck, and we have locate the vault. And that's okay. Not great because he can't open the vault, but he can at least locate it and score the point. So I think we're ready to write our days here. And I'm going to write the Swordsman first, actually, because the Swordsman has sort of the easiest day to write. The Swordsman is going to... does he dislike any of... he dislikes the patrol. Everyone else he sort of is okay with or neutral, and he's friendly with the rogues. So the question is, he's going to go first, because the Swordsman has the ability to go in the day whenever he wants. He's going to go first to pick one of these up. He has to end a phase here. So what he's going to do is he's going to end a phase by trading. Yeah, let's say trade, right? We're going to trade. And that's fine. And then that will end our phase, and we will pick up. And so the question is, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We can either pick up and go to the chapel. And the question is, how jerk-ish do we want to be? I think he's gonna. I mean, the swordsman's sort of a jerk. That's sort of his gig, right? He's gonna pick up and he's gonna run to the chapel. So he's gonna trade, move, 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 and done. So he's gonna move to the chapel. There we go. Move, 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 and he's gonna get plus to chapel, plus delivery to chapel. And here's the reason. The reason is knowing that the White Knight and Pilgrim are going to have, if they want to score this, are going to have to come all the way here, grab something. Then he doesn't want to give them the easy way to just run back to where they would normally deal. He wants them to have to go either to the guard and continue, and that's going to cost them an extra day. And since this game is a race to score victory points, one day might help him out. So he's going to do that. That's his move. The Pilgrim has to make a hard decision. Do you do what you would normally do, or do you, which is stay here for the day to cast, or do you just move and try to grab one of these? So well, that's a good question. I'm going to say that the Pilgrim is very much, so if he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, so he can do the opposite move. So the Pilgrim is going to make the assumption. Now he's going to be in sort of a little bit of rough territory since he doesn't like the bash to the company who could appear. And he doesn't know what the White Knight's move is going to be because the companies are his enemies, effectively. And he doesn't know that the White Knight's going to necessarily pop the company here. So, and notice no one's hiding because they're all trying to get to the inn or from the inn in the span of a single day, and hiding is going to preclude that. So what he's going to do, now he has to end a phase here to score pub crawl. You'll excuse if my tea kettle is going off in the background. Hopefully you can still hear me. If he's going to do pub crawl, he has to end a phase in all 4 dwellings. So he's going to end a phase here. So he's going to, we're going to score we're going to do a higher phase just in case. And then we're going to move to the, well, we shouldn't do a higher because we can't really pick them up. We're going to do a hide. Done. Move to the end. So he will have scored his pub crawl. So his do, so we're going to write it up here. So he has the chapel, the inn, chapel, inn, guard, house. There you go. So in theory, he will score the chapel. Oops, we wrote up there. We need to come down here. So I'm going to put there, chapel. And that's his move. And he will have to figure out what the heck he's going to do tomorrow. The White Knight. The White Knight could either, so the White Knight has the option now, right? Same thing. He has the option of doing his normal day move. Or trying to race to the inn, hoping that he's going to essentially get there second. And the reason why second's important is knowing the swordsman will take one of the good deliveries, which is the chapel or the guard, because they're right there. If he gets to move second, he will take the second good delivery. If you get third, you're taking the slightly crappier delivery, which is to the house, which is a little bit longer haul. And if you get the fourth one, if you're the fourth to move that day, you get jack. You get nothing. So you're not going to score that point. So, do we think the knight's going to? I think he is. I think the knight is going to make the same move. It is literally going to be a rush to the darn end at this point. The knight will hide because he's going to walk into where he knows he's going to drag the company. And he doesn't like the company. And that leaves the Amazon. And the Amazon has to end a phase at the end, so she will. She's number 3. So I think the Amazon is going to. She has Gambler. So I think what she's going to do is she's going to. She will hide. That ends her phase. She is going to hire 3 times. And that's it. And she's done. And she's going to take a very standard move. She's going to hope that she gets to move second or third. And she's going to pick up one of these deliveries. She's going to hire a rogue, maybe. She's only neutral, so it's a sort of shitty pricing on that. And then she is going to end her day and move on while everyone converges on this pretty much. So that's our day. It's a little bit wacky because everybody is literally just showing up at the end, except for the swordsman. And let's roll our monster roll for day 1. Now notice the ale. I did put this marker on. The deliveries are only good for a week. Once a week goes, you can deliver what you have, but the ale is no longer available to pick up. 4. So we have giants and trolls on gray. Now we won't see a damn monster today because no one's leaving a valley. So there you go. So let's see who goes when. With the swordsman going first, of course, because he sort of has to. Pilgrim second, White Knight third, Amazon fourth. So she sort of gets screwed a little bit. So, okay. Swordsman's move is a trade. So one will see what the rogues have. So let's see what the rogues have at the end here. I always have a hard time picking these up. So we'll just do that. And then we'll take a quick look. They have Shoes of Stealth and Map of the Lost City. Well, I say we go for Shoes of Stealth. It's $7. It's unlikely we'll get it, but it's $7. We are friendly with the rogues. Let's see what kind of price they're going to give us. And then we have what? Barter, right? So we have trade 1 die. Yeah. Yeah, so he's got a little bit of an advantage here. He could roll an opportunity. Instead, he rolls price times 3. So for $21, they'll sell him the thing. He doesn't care. So I am going to put a note down. Shoes of Stealth at in, and then Map of Lost City at in. Just because I often forget what's in each of those. It helps because I'm playing multiple characters, so that the White Knight, I'll just forget what the hell's there. And so he ended a phase there, so he gets to pick one of these. He's going to pick the Chapel. So he has Ale to Chapel. And then he's going to spend his 3 phases, 1, 2, 3, and he ends his day in the Chapel. He's going to deliver his Ale. Let's take a quick look at what he gets. I think he just gets $8. Victory point, $8. So I'm going to delete that and score him right now. So 1, he gets $18 because he starts the day with $10. And that is the day of the swordsman. So swordsman is done. The second character is the Pilgrim, and the Pilgrim, so he hid and then moved to the inn. So 2 dice to hide for the Pilgrim. He does hide, and he goes 1, 2, 3, and he ends a phase, his move phase, he ends in the inn. And so he's going to take ale to guard. So I will shrink that just a tiny bit to go on to him. There you go. So now he's carrying the ale to the guard, and he is done. And because it's a 4, does anybody show up at the... Well, okay, first thing is first. I should have at least seen this. Because the swordsman ended his day, the chapel, the Lancers appear at the chapel. So that's actually good for the White Knight, who likes both the Lancers and the Order. Does anyone appear? No one appears at the inn because the Lancers already appeared at the chapel. So done. The White Knight is going to go, and the White Knight is going to hide. He has an identical move to the Pilgrim, but he's going to do one more thing. He's going to play Neighbors Arrive, and he's going to call the company with that event. To the inn. Now, he doesn't like the company. He hates them. But he's like, this is great. This is what I want, because I want to get my revenge on my sworn enemy. So he's going to hide. And he did. He goes 1, 2, 3. He ends a phase there. He's going to take ale to the house. So it's a little bit of a trip, and he's certainly not going to do it right away. But he is going to, but he picks that up and he's going to do it. So, and is that it? Well, it's not it quite. Let's do the Amazon first. She was going to hide, and then she's going to hire 3 times. So she hides. I'll just roll right here. She fails, so that sort of sucks. But okay. Now she's going to hire 3 times. She rolls in the neutral table. She's hiring from the rogues. She hates the company. She is unfriendly with the company. Not a big fan of the company. So she's going to have a little bit of a rough time tonight. Let's see. First off, hiring the rogues. Price times 4. So that's the first swordsman, $4. She will take it. So $4. Second roll is no deal. Third roll, come on, give me a... No. Okay, so $4. So for $4, she gets the top swordsman, and she will take that. So she starts with $6. $10 for him, and $10 for him, and everybody else sort of has what they have. So real quick, we also have win for the White Knight. He plays Windfall. So he gets an extra $5 for his Windfall. The swordsman also plays Windfall. So we had sort of a lot of... So he actually starts with $23. He has a great day 1 and scores $23. So that is good stuff. Now, the only character... Well, we got 2 characters that are sort of in jeopardy, quote unquote. The swordsman, who is neutral with both the Lancers and the Knights. So let's roll that. So he is neutral. He has to roll twice. And we're just looking for not a 6. So the Order has a 6, so now he is unfriendly with the Order. And we're hoping for not a 6. We get a 3, no deal. Good. He is also neutral with the Lancers, though. 6, so there is trouble. Jeez, oh man. He could stop just running his mouth. 6, the Lancers block and battle. So the Lancers are going to fight the swords. That sucks a little bit. So we are fighting the swordsman. Let's roll real quick for the Amazon, who is unfriendly with the company. So she starts unfriendly with these guys. We have 2 deaths day 1. I think we have to. And they block battle her. Oh, she's screwed. So she is truly screwed, actually. I think. I'm pretty sure she's hosed. 6, 4, 6, 6, 6. I mean, she might be okay, actually. 3, that guy. Those guys make it bad because she can no longer run. She can no longer run. If we just stopped with those top guys, she'd be great. But unfortunately, the bottom couple guys are like super speedy. But they're move 4s. I wonder if she can beat a move 4. So they're not that speedy. They just have good attacks. So we have move 4, move 4, move 4. Yeah, she might be able to manage this, actually. So let's repile these guys. There we go. And let's look at the swords. So as always, I have to look up the damn... It really comes down to where do these horses start? So if we look at all these, if the horses start on their galloping side to get him to not run, then he is in trouble. If the horses do not start on their galloping sides, he is okay because he will run. So we're pretty much looking for the 132. Let's look at page 132 for the encounter step. (132). Short luring. Yeah, okay. All horses belonging to unhired natives are turned walking side up in a clearing where combat is taking place. There you go. They will gallop during the melee step. So this is actually good news for our swordsman, and I'll tell you why. Because on their walking side, he can outrun the horses. So they're in the inn, or they're in the chapel in this case. They haven't yet gotten on their horses. He insults them, and then bolts out of there before they can sort of saddle up and gut him. So, okay. So be it. So 2's horse goes, and then number 2 goes, and then 3's horse. Oops, we forgot 1's horse. Yeah, 1. So 1's horse and 1, 2's horse and 2, and then 3's horse and 3, and there you go. So fortunately, the swordsman runs out of the chapel, and the Amazon is going to take this time to run out of there because I believe she can play a move 3, which she does, to run. And the swordsman plays a move, 2 or 3 to run. So they run. No deaths today at the end of day 1. Just a little bit of concern. The White Knight gets to draw 2 cards, so he's going to do that. He gets Sacrifice and the Druid's Test. So let's do that. Sacrifice, Druid's Test. We might have to check those. And then the Swordsman gets a card also. The Swordsman gets Consult Demon. So he has, locate the vault. Locate vault. Save that and Consult Demon. Consult Demon's good simply because it gets you a free get out of jail free card with the demon. You just have to find a demon on the board. So let's figure out the rest of. Oh, the funny thing though is, and I did screw this up, so keep that in mind. And I will put Consult Demon back in the deck there because he actually didn't play Windfall because he didn't end his day at a dwelling. He got run out of the dwelling. So that's sort of interesting. Just in that it slows him down a bit. So 18. There you go. Oops. 18. 18. So he didn't get $5. So there you go. The Amazon did not get to gamble because she did not end her day with the Rogues of the Soldiers. So there you go. So we had a little bit of scuffle at the inn and a scuffle at the chapel, and some characters did not get to play their cards effectively. So that's where we end day one. For day two, the pilgrim has ale to the guard. So and the pilgrim is he's hidden. That's why I don't roll for hidden characters when they're with unfriendlies or whatever, because it's they're just hidden. So 1, 2, 3. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, hide and go 3 into the cliff, maybe just to see what's there. So I should score delivery. And that's what the pilgrim's going to do. Even though he really needs, if he wants to play his game, he's going to get back to the chapel. Might as well score the point where we can, get the money while we can. You might be able to actually hire a knight with the extra $8 that you get. So that's his. The White Knight sacrifices, take a large treasure and sacrifice it at the chapel or the shrine or altar. He also has the Druid's Test. So where is the Druid? Druid's Test, random clearing. There you go. So let's roll a random clearing. 5, 4. 5, 4 is Crag 4. So the Druid is at Crag 4. So let's pull the Druid up and get him at Crag 4. Druid. Crag 4 is a terrible location, by the way. Not cool at all. So the White Knight has a plan in motion here. He has to hide and get a locate result to burn the resources, the assets of the company, effectively. So what he is going to do is he's going to hide, and he's going to search 3 times, and he's going to really hope to score a discovered chits. And if he scores a discovered chits result on the search, he will have set fire to the company's whatever wagons or something, right? And that is in retribution. And that's going to give him 2 victory points, and he's going to pull one of their treasures. That's his goal today. So that's an easy one. The Amazon has to move first thing. Right. So she ran, but her swordsman was unfortunately detained. I suppose I could have done the fight, but I didn't. He's dead because there's no possible way he's living through that, and so she does lose 2 points in the scuffle because she lost her buddy. That's a danger of hiring there again. But so the Amazon is once again alone. She has nothing. She does still want to gamble. She does have take cover, which she probably should have used, come to think of it. At this juncture. So I tell you what we're gonna do. We will retcon that for her. And just this way, so she doesn't lose her guy, which she just hired. So we're gonna give her that much. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna burn take cover. She will hide when the company blocks and battles her. And so she is still there hidden with her guy. And so she just doesn't lose that one extra thing there. So that's cool. And the question is, what's her goal? What is she going to do? Well, she's going to draw a card because she played, and she gets effectively Consult Demon. So she trades take cover for Consult Demon, like that. So she has a hireling and a quest to find a demon, and a quest to gamble. I think so. Does she like the soldiers? She does not like the soldiers. They're neutral to her. But she does not like the company. So I don't think she's going to stay here. I think this has ruined her on that on the inn. So I think she's going to move 1, 2. She's going to search here. So let's do 1 hide, 2 hide. Let's do 1 hide. So 1 hide, 1, 2 moves, and then she will search the rest of the day. So the Amazon hides. She's going to move into the ruins. I forget which tile should do that. 1, ruins 1. Oops. Hide, move, extra move to ruins 1. That gives her 2 searches to find the path. She is done. So her move is done. The Pilgrim's move is done. The White Knight, his move is done. And we are left with the Swordsman. So the Swordsman did not have the option to do that, but what he is going to do is he is going to, does he like the company? He likes the company, and he likes, so he's going to walk 1, 2, 3 back to the inn. So move back to the inn. And he is going to, because he wants to get his windfall, right? So that's his goal. And he is going to trade with the company, and then he's going to score a windfall. So he is done. So I think everybody has their day 2 move. Let's move the marker. And let's roll the dice here. So monster roll for day 2 is a 5. So we get spiders and imps on purple. Hey, F5, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. I've not been on in a while. I've been dinking around with Lost Ark. If you've seen Lost Ark, a Diablo-esque MMO, like a Torchlight but it's okay. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, nice. Oh, we should get together at some point and play. Maybe that'd be sort of fun. But yeah, it's all right. I don't love it because I don't love isometric. I don't really like Path of Exile so much, and I didn't mind Torchlight. I only go so far with most of those games, but Lost Ark has a little bit of going for it. So we got a monster roll. Let's get our order. I think the swordsman will opt to play. That's a good question. He can go whenever he wants. So let's see. We're going to get the White Knight first, and the Amazon and the Pilgrim. I think he'll just opt to go last today. So let's check the White Knight. The White Knight is hiding, and he's going to... So he fails to hide. So the first thing is first. He fails to hide, so he actually cannot his he can't execute the searches to burn their stuff because he has to be hidden to do so. So the rest of his day is sort of shot. Um, it is semi addictive. I like it a bit. What I don't like is it has that Asian MMO questing thing where the quests are go talk to this guy that's 30 steps away from your guy now, and you talk to him and you just completed a quest. And then go pick this thing up 5 steps away and return, and you get another 10,000 XP. You know what I mean? Like the quests are weirdly, you know, I sort of wish the leveling experience was closer to an Elder Scrolls Online or a Guild Wars than South an Asian MMO, because Asian MMOs do questing really god awfully poorly. Now once you get to 50, I think there's a lot of activities. I haven't gotten there yet, so that's sort of what I'm trying to get to. But yeah, I agree. It's at least a fun game. So let's do the Amazon now. So the Amazon is hiding, and then she's going to move into the ruins. So let's roll her hide. And I'm sorry, I jump around a lot when I play on this. She fails to hide, so we are not having a good. So we go down there. We're going to search twice. We need a 3, 2, or 1 to find this pass. That's a fail. We only had 2 searches here. We failed twice. We don't find Jack. And now we flip these guys. It is Dank. That is Serpents and Demons here. And Roar 6, which is dragons. But we are looking for purple crosses, and so nothing appears. So she fails to hide but doesn't pay for it. She is done. The Pilgrim. The Pilgrim, oh, by the way, has scored the inn. So that is good. So I'm going to mark off the chapel here. Mark off the inn here. So he has 2 of his 4 pub crawl done. So that's sort of cool. And he's going to move to the guard. So he's gonna move. He makes his oops, that's the White Knight. Wrong guy. He's gonna move. He's going to make his delivery, so we're gonna delete that off of his sheet there. And he's hiding, and then he's gonna move into the cliff. So let's roll his hide. 2 dice, a 6 fails, everything. And he fails. No one has hidden successfully today. Everyone, I don't know, everybody, put the baseball card in their spokes of their bike. And so everybody's just raring through. He does score, so that's good. And he also has gotten the guardhouse. So let's mark his point down there. Make sure we got that. He also gets $8 for that, because he delivered the ale, but now he has to face the music of not being hidden. And we flip over Stink and Horde in 6. So that's a nice one. Stink, though, is going to draw in the mountains a spider to him. And this is going to be a rough fight for the Pilgrim. He is not going to do well here. I think that's a loser for him. That is unflippin' fortunate. That is unfortunate. He can do at best medium damage. What class did you get? I played, so the character who I've played the most is a sorceress, and I've gotten her up to the mid-30s. I have also played a bard up through like 20-ish, and a paladin up to like whatever, just teens. I think he's in trouble because he cannot move fast enough to get away from this thing. So we got to hope for 2 rounds to go by. Huh. I love mages in every MMO or fantasy game. Like I love let's do the mage guy, right? I'm always all in, right, for the mages. I find the most fun powers and so on. to go that route. So let's get the swordsman done here. He moves to the end and trades. So that's his. So 1, 2, 3, and then he will do a trade with the company. So let's go and check out if the company has anything good for him. And they are up here. So let's flip this guy. Is the good book. So that's intriguing for some of our, and the withered claw. Ugh, ridiculous. That's terrible. So, I mean, both of these stink for the swordsman. We're going to try the good book because if he would at least get the good book, then he could at least cast in the chapel, strangely enough. Yes, you're right, though, F-Up. I am very much a mage guy for sure. I do like mages more than pretty much any other class in, say, a D&D style game. So price times 2. So for 20 bucks, he could buy that. He's going to just save it. And I'm going to write down good book, claw, at company. There you go. And I will write at rogues. So that is his day. And I don't think anything else. Large campfire, small campfire would be the bash cars today. We didn't find either of those. We have one fight to do, and no one else is sitting in sort of unfriendly territory as far as... Oh, well, I shouldn't say that. The White Knight is sitting in unfriendly territory. And I do have to remember that the White Knight gets a bonus to his meeting die rolls because he's just such a nice guy. So though he is unfriendly, it is very unlikely that the company will block or battle him. 6. Instead, they will challenge him. And he is going to, unfortunately, shy away from that challenge because he does not want to get his ass kicked because there's a bunch of them. So he'll take the -5, which is a little bit of crappy, but he's going to take it. Now, so let's adjudicate the end of the day here. The swordsman is going to get his $5 because he's going to turn in Windfall. So there you go. So you can turn that in finally. And then he gets Monster Lure. He can drag a clearing of monsters to your clearing, Monster Lure, and then fight them, and you get a victory point if you win. So that's a nice, easy one to do. But you got to find the right set of monsters to drag to your clearing. So that is done there. We have a fight here. And so let's do that fight. So Pilgrim is unhidden. The Pilgrim cannot in any way... This is a heavy creature, and the Pilgrim has a light weapon. Now, he could also fight... Let's see what he has. He has a negligible star dagger. And negligible star, he overstrengths it. He can do light star. So that gives him medium damage. In addition, he could just hit them and do medium damage. But he can't do heavy damage. So he cannot fight this guy. What he has to do is hope to dodge his attacks for 2 rounds. That's what he's going to do. So we're going to put that there. I won't even play a fight because there's really no point to me doing so. Even if he plays this H, the best he can do is 1 more than the weapon does. So light, he can do medium damage at best. So, what we're really hoping for, I don't know why the Pilgrim has no dice. That's sort of weird, but hey. We will copy these dice or clone them. Clone the dice. Put that up. No. That totally, not sure what happened, but that did not work at all. Can we copy these? Copy. No? Huh, weird. Okay, forget it. Let's just go drag 2 dice out there, guys. There's some dice. Put them on the Pilgrim spot there. Okay. So here's what we're hoping for. A 1 or a 4, and we are dead. I shouldn't say that. On this side, we are not dead. But since we are unarmored, we are wounded because any damage to an unarmored character will wound them. And that's going to drag the combat out. What we are hoping to happen is 2 rounds pass. If 2 rounds pass without any wounding, without any hits, then the combat is over. So a 1 or a 4 sort of screws us, and everything else is good for round 1. Let's see what happens. First roll, 3. 3 is good. He shifts down to there. Does he flip? 1. He does not flip. So that is the first round. Round 1, done. No fatigue, no wounds. I'll move him back up there for round 2. And again, we're hoping for no 1s and no 4s. 2. So he flips down there. Does he flip? He does not flip. Again, he misses because he does not undercut us. We played a 4. He attacks at 4. That's done. He does not intercept us. That's round 2. No fatigue, no wound, nothing happened. The combat is ending. Thank goodness, because otherwise we're dead in the water. We cannot kill that spider. So the pilgrim took a little bit of a shot just to see what was in there. I sort of like seeing what was in there because oftentimes what will happen with characters like the pilgrim or the captain, who are primarily what I would call primarily would hire folks. So the pilgrim, I often try to hire one of the order because they're badasses, and the captain, I try to hire the guard. The problem with the hiring strategy is you get 2 weeks. So if you don't have a good plan of what to do with those guys, you end up wasting and dithering away like a day or 2 days or 5 days or a week. And then you're like, well, that I spent a lot of money to effectively get nothing done. So scouting the board a little bit helps me think, oh, well, okay, there's the Horde, for instance. That would be a great place to take a knight because the knight can fight this dragon and the pilgrim can loot the hell out of the Horde. And so it's good to see the board a little bit, I think, before you take on an expensive hire. So that is the day. The day is done here, and let's see. Do we have anything else going on? I do not think so. Now remember, the pilgrim also needs to find these paths, because he has navigator, and he has not found Jack yet. He has 3 things to find there, and let's figure out his move. Since he didn't run, he doesn't have to go any specific direction. He can just I think he's going to move. I don't want to. A 4 move is bad. A 3 move isn't great. But I think he's going to do 1, 2, 3 here and hide. So the pilgrim is going to move to the inn and hide, pretty much. He's going to try to get back to the chapel, and he's going to try to hire and cast Small Blessing. He made $8. He has $18 in his pocket, so he's in good shape. The White Knight, I think, honestly, has to pretty much repeat his move. He does want to burn the company to the ground. Our third character, the Amazon, she does want to... Well, what's her goal here? This is a good question. Gambler. She would love to get to the house. She would love to find this path right here. Get to the house, gamble some cash, and get her victory point. And then that puts her in a good position to go to the Horde. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to hide. So we hide. We're going to search, let's say 3 times. So that's going to be, and then we're going to use our quote-unquote extra move, assuming that we find the thing. And we can do this. We can record a move that might not work. And if it doesn't work, that move is just dead, right? So we got the Pilgrim, we have the White Knight, we have the Amazon, and the Swordsman is left. And the Swordsman, what does he want to do? So the Swordsman has an interesting sort of deal here. The Swordsman can do heavy damage to an unarmored opponent. He has a light star weapon and he has a couple mediums here. So he could possibly kill that spider. In fact, it's one of the things that he can fight. It's not a great fight for him unless it flips. If it flips, we can kill it fairly quickly. If it doesn't flip, though, we cannot guarantee a hit that can do enough damage to kill it because we have to play our slower medium chits. So that is definitely a monster lore target. Has to be from adjacent hex. Now the other thing we can do, and this is actually a fairly easy one, is we could hire and then the next day move out and use monster lore to grab that spider, kill it, and get the victory point there. Now, one thing that we have found out is that there's not going to be any goblins in this hex, and we're looking for goblins too. So we're going to have to get to the Borderlands. Is going to be our next closest goblin possibility. So I think the Swordsman is going to. I think the Swordsman with $23. And how much does the so here's a question. How much does the company cost? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2, and so twos. They cost $2 each. So there's 6 of them. So they cost 12 base. I think that's a rough haul. I don't think I'm going to spend all my gold to hire the company. I might hire the first 2 guys here, though, at least. So let's read a couple hires here. So let's hire. Let's do. I mean, since we have to stay there, if we hire, we're sort of stuck there anyway. So let's hire. Let's just hire 4 times. Let's just, I mean, I don't want 4 guys. I don't think that's quite gonna do it. For like 4 guys is too much, but let's go with the concept that we can get a cheaper price. Maybe get 2 of these guys for maybe one of these guys is like a couple bucks. You know, let's go with that. And yeah, let's do the hires. So we have our day 3 all ready to roll here. So let's mark it. Day 3, monster roll. 3 ogres, wolves, octopi, and goblins. Octopus, there's only one of them. And I'm gonna let the Swordsman go first, just because, and then everybody else. White Knight, Amazon, Pilgrim. So the Swordsman's gonna hire. The first 2 guys are $1. I know that. So let's roll, and he does. The only trade does he get to roll 1 die. 6, no deal. So that's the first fail. Second fail. I'm glad I recorded 4 freaking hire phases. 3, price times 2. He'll take one for $2, and he'll go for the last hire phase. 3, price times 2. So for $4, so -4. We're going to get rogues 6 and 7, and I add 14 to this. So through day 17. Rogue 7, Rogue 6 are done. Let me go get. Oh no, it's not 7 and 6. That is 6 and 5 actually. I'm sorry. So Rogue 5 and 6 because the Amazon has the first guy, and I didn't mark hers, and I really needed to. So she hired on day 1. So hers is going to be Rogue 7 done on day 15. So there we go. So let me get these 2 guys. So 1 and 1. So we got 5 and 6. So that's good. These are pretty good guys. they can definitely help me kill that spider. So that is sort of where we're going to go with. And $4 is a nice cheap hire. Does anyone show up at the inn? And yes, the patrol shows up at the inn. That is not the best news. Oops, I hate that particular aspect because it means I always have to do this. Always have to recollect them. Patrol shows up at the end, and the patrol usually has something to say. They're the enemy of the swordsman, so he's going to have to roll tonight to not get killed, actually, and that's going to suck a little bit. So he is done, and I just hired 2 guys. God damn it. Okay. What? No one's having this. This has been weirdly strange luck here. Who's next? The White Knight, I believe, right? White Knight is next. Let's get his move. He is hiding and searching, so we need to hide him first. And if he rolls a 6, no, so he is hidden. So now he can do his 3 moves. So we need a 4 or a 1 to discover chits. If we discover, then it means we've successfully conducted our operation of arson against the company. So that's 1 fail. That is a second fail. It's a 3. And we need a 4 or a 1 explicitly. And we fail 3 times. So we do not get any of that done. But we are hidden, at least so that there's that. Amazon is next. The Amazon's going to hide. She does. She searches 3 times. She needs a 3, a 2, or a 1 on these dice. That is a fail. Fail. Come on. 1 more. No, it's a fail. And she failed 3 times. And her move is canceled. And no goblins appear because we're looking for blue squares. So she is done. And then finally, the pilgrim is going to move 1, 2, 3, and he's going to hide. And hopefully he does, because he doesn't like some of those folks in there either, and he successfully hides. And that's it. That is our day. Not the best day, actually. And the swordsman needs to make a roll. So that's his sort of bad. The one bad thing that can happen at the end happened, which is the patrol shows up. So this sucks because a 2 or a 1 is good. Everything else is block battle. And so they block battle him. Ugh, okay. And it's the patrol. So the nice thing about the patrol is he can run away. The bad thing about the patrol is his 2 guys can't run away. He just hired 2 guys, and his 2 guys are stuck here. And so that is crap because he is because they're going to die. Now the question is, can we fight the patrol? The problem with fighting the patrol is simply that they have horses. So their horses are unarmored and heavy. That's fine. We can kill unarmored and heavy. And they're slow enough that's cool. That's going to guarantee a nice little hit there, with the caveat that it's an extra hit. So literally, these guys are going to get. They have 2 hit points effectively. So what I'm going to do is let's set this fight up and then see if the swordsman is going to get out of. Can I in any way, shape, or form picture this going well for our guy? And so we're going to drag 2 buddy sheets down. Let's say that we stay, because if we stay, we assume that these guys are going to lure a guy each. And really what we want are who are the fastest, most dangerous. So, like, the funny part is on their horses, they're actually a little less dangerous simply because they're easier to hit. The problem is, well, you're going to hit their horse, so that's not going to do you any good. L4, M4. We're looking for the slowest possible moves. So this guy is a little dangerous on this side. Oh, not ideal on that side at all. And literally, the only guy that can dodge them on that side is, well, the assassin can dodge that guy on that side. That's good to know. This guy can only dodge the slow bees. So I think we're going to lure this dude. So he's going to take that guy. And this is the encounter step. So literally what I'm doing, I'm taking a while. I'm just ascertaining sort of how this is possibly going to work. And is the swordsman going to stick around for a couple rounds and see if we can't get lucky and maybe knock through these guys' horses without dying effectively? Is sort of the key. So we need to do heavy damage. So we do need to stay on this side. So we need a 4. Because I can see this going really badly. like it's not going to take much to go really poorly. So I think we're going to put him there. And he's going to be, because they flip during the melee step. So it would literally be playing against this. And then our guy would be here. And we'll take the leader, who is a little bit of crazy badass here. And we don't want anyone to, if we line up, we're dead. So it's a third chance to die no matter what. So we would lure one guy on each sheet. We would lure a guy on our sheet. And then during the encounter step, we could then make the decision to just play a move and get out of dodge. We're done. And this guy, at least we have a round where this guy does not attack any of our buddies here, which gives them time to cut through a horse. Or we try to cut through the horse. And so the issue is going to be that we're going to have to play a light 2 move, just in case if he flips, because we don't want to die. So we play a light 2 move. And we're going to play an M5 fight. And we sort of, doesn't really matter because we actually just don't want him to line up. Now the problem is if he does, he's going to flip. So that's going to suck. Okay, let me think about this now. So this guy can't hurt the horse otherwise. And once he starts galloping, we cannot auto hit him. So we sort of need to, not, so this is one of the few times, by the way, that we should not cover our move. Because we need them to line up here. And so we can gut the horse. And so we only have a third chance. We have a third chance of dying and one-third chance of killing the horse. In the meantime, we're hoping these guys kill the horses. This is actually a bad fight. The swordsman should not do this fight. He should probably cut his losses. What he's going to lose would be 4 notoriety, 4 prowess, effectively, for getting these guys gutted. What I'm hoping would happen is that we stand off up here, and these guys cut through the horses. Because they will auto hit the horses and kill them as long as we don't line up on them. if they line up on us. So we got a 1/3 chance of dying, 1/3 chance of standing off. These guys have a 2/3 chance of killing the horse and a 1/3 chance of dying. 1/3 is a high chance in Magic Realm. If it's bad, if it's good, you're never getting it. If it's bad, it's going to come up. That's sort of how it works. That's Magic Realm luck for you. So we should not do this fight in any way, shape, or form. But the nice thing is, we still don't want to line up. You still don't want to line up because if you line up, you're dead. So there you go. We still don't want to cover our move. The nice thing is the weapon is a 4. So the weapon is the time on the time of the weapon supersedes the time on your chit. So that's nice. All right, let's do this. What the hell? We will simply run the combat as it's and see what happens. So let's see where this guy ends up. 4. So he's going to line up. So our guy's going to die. Does he flip? No, he doesn't flip. Let's go down here. 2. So he does not line up. He actually goes all the way down here. And does he flip? And the horse doesn't flip. It's just this guy flips, and he doesn't flip. So that's going to be too bad. The nice thing is we will kill the horse first because our weapon is longer, but not good. What does this guy do? 3. So he switches down to here, and that's good. Does he flip? He does not flip. So let's adjudicate. Longer weapons go first on round 1. That means he hits this horse and kills it. So that horse is dead. However, this guy then lines up here and kills our guy. So rogue 6 dies to the horseman. Longer weapon, they tie. His attack is faster. He kills the horse because he undercuts it, doing heavy damage. This guy misses because he cannot undercut our rogue, and he doesn't line up with our rogue. Okay, that's that. Here, since we don't get lined up or undercut, we are missed, and we kill the horse. Okay, that's great, but all of a sudden dicier, because now we have 2 guys to deal with. And the 2 guys are going to show up on our sheet because this guy cannot lure anymore once he has the sheet. If that would have gone slightly better, we would be in really good shape, I think, because we could probably maybe auto-kill one of those guys down there, and we'd only have to hold off again for the round. So I think... So we have to fatigue a move. So we're going to fatigue the move M4 because we're never going to play that in this fight. So now we have a little bit of a shitty situation because our guy, our swordsman, is now beset upon by 2 of the patrol. Now let's take a quick look here, and this guy can't. This guy can't guarantee a kill. He only has a 1/3 chance of killing. And can we guarantee something? No, we can't guarantee jack. And we cannot protect ourselves. So I think with this situation in place, I think now we play our move 2, and we're going to run at the encounter step. So we got 2 guys on our sheet. We run. We have to fatigue again because we have to play a move 2 to do it. So we're going to fatigue, and we are out of the clearing. And these guys are going to wait in the wings to kill our other dude here. But let's see how this guy fares, because he might not make it. He's not going to make it. He is dead. But, so we're going to run, and we're going to run where? Where are we running to? Where are we trying to get to? Locate the vault, monster lore. So that sucks. That ruins that plan entirely, by the way. And we're going to lose prowess. And we lose our guys. It's depressing, actually. And It's the worst. Okay. What are we doing, though? So we're going to run out of the clearing. We're going to go this way. I don't think we, yeah, we hired 4 times. So, but let's play. We're not done yet. Let's play the round still. Who knows? Maybe our guy just kicks the hell out of this dude. What we want him to do is move and flip, I think. We can't play on this side. But we're not auto hit until this guy flips, the boss. So we got 1 round of this. So let's see where our patrolman ends up. He ends up 1, so he's going to line right the hell up. And does he flip? So this is not a bad thing, and I'll tell you why. Because weapon speed goes first. So this medium 3 goes before his L4, and he kills this guy with medium damage. So dead. So one of the patrol dies, and now these 2 guys are on this sheet. Who's the target? That's a great question. So who are we targeting here? I will put a little target on there. I think we're going to target. So if this guy flips, still can't auto hit him. If this guy flips, we will auto hit him, but he will also auto hit us, and he will go first. So that is the worst of all worlds here. So these 2 guys are rough fights for our boys. I think I'm gonna try that, and I'm gonna hope that he lines up and that he doesn't flip. So let's roll. 1 or 4 is our magic. 4. So that is very nice. This is the killer, though. Does the first box flip? It does not. Does the second box flip? It does not. So, okay, this is very interesting. What happens? So, this attack is the fastest on round round 3. He hits him first. He does medium star damage. That reduces to medium. He kills the patrol leader and is still alive next round. And this all of a sudden becomes a good fight for the assassin, because though we cannot guarantee a kill, 6. So he moves all the way down here. I don't think he can kill him right like this. So he does not flip. So what happens is we miss, he misses, and that's the first round where nothing happens. So now let's see what happens. 1, so we line up. I think, and he doesn't flip. His attack goes first, the assassin again, because he's an M3 versus M5. He does medium damage. He kills the patrol. So the assassin, the swordsman who is ducked out, the assassin has killed everyone in the patrol. I mean, super lucky, by the way. And so we're going to score 3, 6, and 9. So that's 15, 18 prowess. We will have lost 2 prowess. So that is a total of 16 prowess on day 3. We get 6 gold, because their gold value we get. So that is 2 gold total. These guys go off to the dead pool, all of them. I do feel bad for Rogue 6, who is dead, but I'm very impressed. So let me pile the company up here. The patrol, I should say. So Rogue 6 dies. We've lost the notoriety for it. We have Rogue 5 still. They're dead. All their stuff appears in the clearing. So all this crap is effectively in the inn, to be free, essentially. So I will just dump that there momentarily. It is a cache, and so the patrol is killed by the swordsman. Really, the assassin, but we're going to say the swordsman. So that's day 3. All right. I'm not sure what to make of that. that was pretty cool. That lucked out. I mean, the first day was good because all the horses got killed and we didn't die. That was really the big chance we were taking there. Is there's a 1/3 chance the swordsman dies no matter what happens. The first day looked a little dire because of what happened. However, since we drew the 2 guys on the encounter, so we lured them, that at least gives our swordsman a chance to finish his man off, and then we just get a small set of lucky rolls there, and the patrol dies to the assassin. So that's it. Let's figure out day 4. So let's see what the swordsman is going to do. The swordsman is going to move to the inn, and he's going to search 3 times. And we'll see if he can actually drag anything out of this pile here. The rest of the characters are going to record some moves here. So let's see what else we got. We got the pilgrim. So the pilgrim would love to get back to the chapel with his money. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 back to the chapel. And does he hate the Lancers? He doesn't care about the Lancers. So that's good. So he is going to then, I'm going to do a higher phase with him. And then he's going to, let's remember to cast. Leave myself a reminder. Blessing, done. So that's his move. The White Knight still has not succeeded in his quest. He's going to try it again. The swordsman, we know his move, but the Amazon has a move left. So she also has not found what she needs to find. So she is going to do that. So she is done also. So it's an easy day to write because a lot of it is repetitive. The swordsman would like to go first because he wants to make sure that he has first dibs on the treasure. So he's going to move back to the inn and he's going to search 3 times. He has to locate those treasures. He fails. That's 1, 2, 3, nothing. So he finds Jackal in the clearing. Oh, we need a monster roll too. So we'll see if someone else decides to show up at the end. 6 bats. No bats will show up at the end, by the way. So he is done. The pilgrim will be next. The pilgrim's going to make a march there, and the pilgrim is going to make a higher phase. He is allied with the order. So let's roll ally. It costs $8 to hire a member of the order. If he can get a 3, 2, or 1, he can do that. That sucks. He did not get anything. So he is done. The Amazon is next. The Amazon will hide. She fails again. And then she's going to search 3 times. She needs a 3, 2, or 1. She has 3 shots at it. That's a fail. That is a fail. I can see the 6 already. That is a fail. God dang it. Okay, so she is done. And the White Knight now is hiding because he's trying to burn down the damn company store here. And if he doesn't hide, he doesn't hide. So there you go. So he's not hiding, and he can't do his move. So I'm going to argue that this is a very ironic and humorous. This is sort of weird because I assumed this was going to be a big scoring first week because of the way the board was lined up. Instead, we all got bogged down here. Like everybody just got stuck in that corner and nothing really has happened except for my man the swordsman literally murdering the 3 patrolmen. So we're done with the day. The pilgrim is going to cast blessing at the end of the day. So he has 2 white magic in the chapel, and he has 2 chits to cast with. So let's get the wish table here. He's going to roll, highest die counts. He's looking for a 6. He gets a 6. He wishes for strength. He fatigues that. And then what I usually do is I usually take let me add a player here. I usually cheat a little bit. Take a berserk chit. Remove the player. I don't really care because it's not really the point. And what I do is I put it on his staff there. So he has the blessing of strength, and his next attack is going to just rock the world of whomever. So he has his spell cast, and let's get his move done. So now that he's cast, I do think he's going to take the time to hire, and yes, let's say it, hire again. He still needs a fairly low roll. He can't. It's still what, he's an ally. It's still price times 2. He can't do price times 3. So we are going to do it. We're going to do it 4 times. We will get a knight to travel with us, and then we will try to burn some time. We'll try to burn some, put some miles then between us and the chapel here in the coming 2 weeks. That leaves us with the White Knight. The White Knight, I hate to say. So again, you can see how we get stuck. 4 days. We've been here 4 days. Oh, and we didn't hide. So we have to roll against the company who will either insult us or not. And they did again. So he takes another -5. So we're not. This is the worst start for the White Knight I've seen in a long time. And that's what happens when you get stuck. And she is also stuck, and she cannot find this damn thing there. And it's really. Well, let's do it. We got to do it one more, I think. So that's that. And then the swordsman, I hate to say it, but he's going to search 3 or 4 times and hopefully loot the hell out of the company's treasures. So that's it. That's our day. Swordsman goes first again. He's going to try to locate the stash. 1, nope. 2, he does locate it. He gets 2 loot rolls. 4. So there are 3 things on there. He takes the 4th thing. So we are going to move that and then, oops, drag that off there. And he gets whatever that is, ancient telescope. Very much pointless, but whatever. And he gets another loot roll. So this is his final search of the day. Hopefully it is a low number. 5, that's not good enough because I think there's only 4 things left in the pile. So that is a failure. It sucks. But okay, he is done. And that is his turn. And now we get, well, we do have to make a monster roll. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting because there are no monsters anywhere because giants and trolls, because we're just not where monsters are. So I don't know. Amazon's going to hide. She does. And now she's going to try to find this thing 3 times. That's a fail. Oops. Whoa. Hey. Sorry. There's her success. So she succeeds. Fail. I mean, doesn't matter. And then she moves here. And then Roar C does drag the trolls out. So Roar 6, there are 2 trolls here. They are heavy and armored. She cannot deal with heavy and armored at this time, but they don't appear on her, so she is good to go for now. The Pilgrim, we said he's hiring 4 times. A knight costs 8. We need to roll a 3, 2, or a 1. So this is 1. That's a fail. Oops. 2. That is a success. So we get a knight for the mere low price of $16. Minus 16. We add to that, so 03 done on day 19. And this guy becomes our buddy now. So I always do this because we're having a hard time cloning anything, aren't we? Why is that? There we go. Let's put it on the table. Something weird is up with this. So I always remind myself, because this chit is wrong. These guys are not tremendous. They are heavy. So let me clone this again and put it on something. I'll put it right there. Done. And now let me chain these together. So this is tied to this now permanently. And now let me flip it and drag that one over. Harder to see the shadow in the dark. And it goes to there, and that's our knight. Now his warhorse is tremendous. This thing is tougher than almost everything in the game. It is as tough as a dragon, it's tough as a troll. So this thing makes a great shield from which to hide behind. So we hired and we are done for the day. Now we need to make time. We need to go. We need to be killing these trolls. We need to be killing the spider. We need to kill and get as much notoriety as possible. The White Knight is hiding, and he's going to do it this time, I swear to you, and he does. And so now, all he needs to roll is a 1 or a 4. Excuse me, I'm sorry. 3, that is not a success. 4 or a 1. Come on, 4 or a 1. Nope, that is a fail. One more time, we got this. 3, fail. We do not got this. He cannot pull off the arson at all. He is done. And that is day 5. We have no fights on day 5. Now, having said that, the White Knight does know that this cache is there because he found it and looted it while unhidden. So that's good to know. I suppose I should jot that down, right? So we know that patrol cache found, and I'll put that for the White Knight also. Patrol cache found. Done. Okay, so it's day 6. We are quickly coming to the end of the first week. And again, it was a weirdly uneventful or eventful. It was half. It was weird. It was a weird week. So the Pilgrim is first. The Pilgrim is going to bust ass here. He's going to really make a move. Where's he going to go? He needs to find this for navigator. He needs to find this for navigator. So I think he's going to go 1, 2, 3 and search. And he's not going to hide. He is going to. I mean, the only problem with Dank is a little bit of, it's a little dicey because what Dank's going to bring is going to bring these spiders first. And these spiders are crappy. They can't hurt the knight because it can't hurt that darn horse, but they can still kill the pilgrim. The pilgrim still not, but the pilgrim has an M2 fight chit, so he can kick some ass. So I think we're going to go 1, 2, 3 and search. We are going to make the move. Move. Ruin 1 and search, and we are done with the pilgrim's move. The White Knight is just trying to do what he said he needed to do, and he's been at it for a week. The Amazon has made her move, so we got to mark off Ruin 1 to 5, by the way, for the Amazon. Ruin 1, 5 green is found. She is going to make a move into the house, 1, 2, so she's going to hide twice. She doesn't care for the soldiers one way or the other. She doesn't hate them, but she doesn't in any way, shape, or form, is not friendly with them, but she will gamble with them for certain. Let me rearrange my cards here a little bit. So I think I am going to, for safety's sake, she's going to hide, extra move, and move to the house. I think that's all she needs to do. I just don't want to get caught again. And so let's do what we need to do. Get in there. We'll do the gamble. That'll score her the point, and then she will move on and try to figure out what her next step is. The swordsman. I think the swordsman is going to try to loot again real quick. I mean, he has 4 loot chances. He can go first if he wants to. He's going to make sure he does and get that done. So let's put everything away for day 6. The swordsman's going first. He knows he's going first because he wants to get that money. Forward giants and trolls again. So we are actually... So swordsman's first. He loots 4 or less. He gets a 4, so he gets the bottom card. Ooh, dragon essence. That's intriguing. It's purple. It sucks a little bit. It's a great treasure, so that's a good thing. And that's just the first loot. So this is the second loot. 4, that's a failure. Third loot, he needs a 1, 2, or 3. He gets a 2, so he's going to actually drag the breastplate out of there. That's sort of cool. And his last loot, 1 or 2. No, and that's a fail. So he is done, we think. And I don't think he's going to roll any more on there. Now, look, yeah. I mean, the simple fact is he can't keep this because it would ruin his ability to run. He can only play this move, sudden. It armors him, and that's great. What he's going to do is sell the damn thing. Let's face it. And he's probably going to sell the telescope too, frankly. Well, maybe not, right? But nonetheless, he's going to figure that out tomorrow. So that is his move, and he is done. So I think that worked out for him actually very well. The pilgrim is next, and the pilgrim, 1, 2, 3, and he searches, and he does not find anything. And then Roar 6 makes a mess of the world here. So where the tremendous troll appears, but it appears in 6. What happens, though, is these guys do wander right on to the pilgrim with his buddy, the knight. Not the best, but I think that's a doable fight. The Amazon's going to hide. She does. She moves into the house. No one's there to go to the house but the soldier, so she is done. And then the White Knight is talking backwards here, right? So he needs to hide again, which he does. And now he needs to roll on his 3 searches a 4 or a 1. He fails. He fails again. Oh my God. Lord, no, he fails 3 goddamn times. He is hidden. But he fails 3 times. And you know why? Because this is very unchivalrous of the knight, right? It's very dishonorable to burn down your opponent's things, as opposed to fighting them in fair, honest combat. And that's why he's having. So he's going to rethink his life choices, but not until he burns their freaking shit down. He's like, no, I'm getting those victory points. I guarantee you, he's getting those victory points. We do have a fight at the end of day 6. So the end of day 6 sees the trolls at the Pilgrim. So here's the thing. His knight can only lure one of them, so we're not perfectly safe yet. We're gonna play on that side, and we're gonna play on this side. So we do need to make sure we're not going to get hit, I think. This troll, this troll can't do enough damage to this guy to kill it. I think, whoa, hey, we just flipped the whole thing. Yeah, so he can only do heavy damage. So the guy's going to live. This troll on our sheet is a little troublesome, maybe. So what does this thing do? So keep in mind, that this is not a T4 chit. It just shows that we're going to do tremendous damage with this attack. So I think what I'm going to play is weapon length goes first. Weapon length goes first. And we can hit this guy on a 3. So if we just play this chit, we are going to hit this guy this round, 100%. Because if he flips, we still hit him, and we go first because our weapon is longer than his weapon. So we are guaranteed to hit him, do tremendous damage, and kill him, regardless of what we play. He will not get his attack off. So we're just going to play that, and we're going to be done with the round. So let's take a look at what happens. So first thing here, let's see where this troll ends up on the sheet. He ends up 3, so that means he flips down into that space. He does flip over. We are first with a 9 length. We do tremendous damage, undercutting his 4 time. He is hit. He is killed. We lose that chit though, which does suck a little bit because you would love to get like a tremendous something and kill it, but whatever. It is what it is. So we kill the guy, the troll, and we are good to go. Down here, in the meantime, the knight is riding down the other troll. So let's see where that troll ends up. Let me lock that sheet. The other troll ends up in 4, so they line right up. Does he flip? He does flip. So what the hell happens here? Well, the knight hits first with a length 7. These trolls have 0 length, tooth and claw. He does tremendous damage. He kills him. And that is it. Done. We don't even worry about his attack. The White Knight will score 15, or not the White Knight, the Pilgrim will score 15 prowess for killing the 2 trolls. And that is that. And that's really the goal, right? The goal is how much prowess can you score for the 2 weeks you have this guy, and what avenues do you clear? You got to clear as much space as possible, to get to where you need to go and do the things you need to do. To that end, frankly, searching this might be a desperate waste of time. but we might hope that the Tremendous Troll shows up. Now, the Tremendous Troll is a little dicier, and the reason is I don't know that we can guarantee a hit. Yeah, that is not a good fight for this guy. It is a dicier fight. We can never guarantee a hit. And we don't have. It'd be a great fight if we had this, if we had our tremendous damage, because we could play a chip which auto kills that troll. So we'll see what happens. But that is the end of the day, and the Amazon is going to gamble. So she is player 3. The Amazon is going to gamble. She has $6 left. And she is going to gamble with her $6. She can place a bet of up to 20 gold. At the soldier, she will place a bet of 6. A 6 loses that 6 gold. A 5 breaks even, so she'll get nothing. Everything else gets her money. So we're hoping for a little bit of luck here. And to get her money, since she is below the 10 gold threshold there of being able to even score. Oh my God, 6. God damn it. I saw a 1. I was like, man, she's going to really make out. Instead, she loses her money. So what she's going to do, though, is she's going to score a gambler. And she gets a 1 VP regardless of what she did, win or lose. She wins nothing. She loses $6. She scores gambler, though. And that is good. That is what we really were here for. And she gets Explore the Borderland, which is a little bit of a rough haul. But she scores a victory point, and that is good. I don't think anyone else has anything otherwise to do. No, I think we are good to go. And now it's day 7, so that's interesting. So what are we going to do on day 7? I think the Pilgrim is going to rest once on day 7. That's going to bring this chit back and give him, since day 7 has white and black magic in every clearing, that's going to give him the opportunity to cast his spell again 2 times to see if he can get the strength back. Then he is going to search and search and search. We're going to try to find this path. We need it for Navigator. We need it to get to the house and finish pub crawl. So he is desperately trying to do that. I think the White Knight just has to suck it up. Try at least one more time to burn this place down. And the Amazon has scored her gambler. She is sort of done here now. And so now her job is to get under dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she can hide and get into cliff 1. And that's what she's going to do. Hide once, move, cliff 1, and she is done. And that is her plan. The swordsman good question, sir. What is the swordsman going to do? Well, the swordsman has a ton of crap all of a sudden. The dragon essence doesn't really help him much. It is a great treasure, though. But it is a dangerous great treasure. It is the worst, because he can run from dragons, so maybe he doesn't care as much, right? Now his guy doesn't run. But his guy has served his purpose. He has exacted revenge on the hated patrol. So I think we're going to execute a trade phase. We're going to execute a trade phase. We're going to sell all the crap. We do remember that the rogues have the Shoes of Stealth. We might try to buy the Shoes of Stealth if we can get a super lucky roll. So we will execute 2 trade phases. 1 to sell our crap, and the other to maybe buy crap. And we'll see. I don't know that we'll necessarily buy it. I like having a little bit of gold cushion. That leaves us with 2 phases. And so the question there is, what's the next step for our lovable rogue? We could head to the guard. Yeah, I think we're going to head to the guard. So the last thing for the rogue is we're going to move to the guard, which I think we are neutral with. Yeah, so I don't think that's super dangerous to do that. And I think that's day 7 for everybody. So let's get that done. We need a monster roll first. Now this monster roll will drag monsters back to the board. 5 spiders. So there you go. So what that does is this guy comes off and heads back there. And that's it. So I think we'll let the swordsman go first just because it's often advantageous to go first unless you are PvPing, sort of, or unless you have some unstable board situation you're trying to avoid. So he's going to trade 2 times. The first time he's going to sell both of these to the rogues for 14 bucks. So let's put this on the rogues for 14, Alex. So we're going to put this on top. We're going to put this on top. We get 14 bucks. So we mark 14. And then we're going to roll on the Shoes of Stealth, which were 7, if I recall. We roll on the friendly table. We roll 1 die when bartering stop. And we're hoping for a 4. Price entry 21 bucks. Nope, we're good. 1 die when hiding is great. But I think we're just going to let it go because we have 39 bucks to our name. We can do a lot with 39 bucks, actually. So I think we're just going to let that ride. So that is 2 trades, and then we move to the guard. Does anyone show up at the guard on that roll? No, no one shows up on the guard at that roll. And we are done with the swordsman's day 7. The pilgrim is resting to pull this chit back into play. He will then search 3 times, hoping for a 3, 2, or 1 on this here. And he doesn't get it. God, that die just it was hovering at a 1, man. Let's roll that again. This is the second roll. It fails. The last roll succeeds. He does find it, so that's good. So he gets ruins, unenchanted 1/5. Does he draw something into the ruin? I don't think he does. No, nothing, because we're looking for a purple cross. And that is done. That is his turn. Pilgrim is done. He does cross off 1 for Navigator because he found 1 secret passage. The White Knight is hiding. He does. And he is searching 3 times. And by searching, I mean searching for a torch. 1. Come on, man. You got this. 2. That is 2 failures. This is it. We got this. 3. That's a 4. That is a discover. He is successful. So, he scores Arsonist. After a week of trying. He scores 2 VP because it's retribution against his hated enemies, the company. And he gets 1 of their 2 treasures. So just because we don't even know it's there, we'll draw the top treasure off of his thing, just like that. Done. And flip it. And that is now the White Knights. Oh, it's the good. Whoa, it's the good book. Holy crap. Okay. I might have should have rolled that. I didn't really remember which is which, so that's a great treasure for the White Knight. He's not really a super caster. We'll put that in, even though he's not a great caster, but maybe learning another. He could actually learn a spell, which is weird. And plus, he can actually play that as a chit to cast the spell from that book. So very intriguing. That is his day. And he is hidden and he is good to go. The Amazon does what? She goes 1, 2, 3, 4. She hides once and then tries to move up into. Oops. Whoa. Let's roll. Hide. She does 1, 2, 3, 4. So she's there. And she is going to draw a spider. Because of stink. So she is hidden, though. So she does have the advantage over that spider. And I think she can kill a spider. I don't think a spider is actually that bad for her. Because she can, if she needs to, fight M3 and do heavy damage. And she has a henchman. So I think we are done for the day. Right? He is done. He burned the company's stuff. He is done. We're going to put this in the patrol just so we know whose stuff it is. And that gives us the Amazon who's going to battle. So we need a buddy sheet for her. I think this is an easy fight once she has a guy, I think. And a pretty good fight even if she doesn't have the guy. On this side, the spider can't even damage the guy. So I think she's going to lure with her swordsman. And then she will play. So if he flips, so he can't kill him on this side. On this side, he cannot guarantee a hit. So what we're going to do is we're going to play. Do we auto hit? We only auto hit if he flips this time. And so we're going to play actually super light. So we play this to ready the weapon, lock this, and we're going to play this to fight, I think. Because I don't think we need to auto hit this guy. I think if he lines up, then he's going to die because this guy will have gone first. So let's roll to see where the spider ends up. And let's roll to see if he flips. So 3. So he goes to here. Does he flip? He does not. So longest weapon goes first on round 1. That is this guy who misses, by the way. Oh, yes. The Amazon goes next. It was a 3. She hits. She does medium star damage, killing the spider with her guy. She is done. So that combat was a sort of trivia one. She gets 3 points of prowess. And he goes to the Deadpool. That ends. Oh, and it's the end of our first week. So there you go. The Pilgrim is going to cast again because White Magic's in the clearing, and he has some chits ready to go. So he's going to wish for strength, I hope. Strength, wish for strength. That pulls this wonderful, wonderful, tremendous reminder back, and we are done, and we fatigue that guy. So it's the end of the week. We did it. So we get 2 hours in. We've ended the week. Delivery comes off the board because the deliveries are no longer valid. The ones you have are no more can be picked up. No more will be picked up because all of them got picked up, actually, and 2 of them got delivered. So that was sort of cool. I have actually never seen that pop and get delivered. So that's cool. I've never seen Pub Crawl actually completed, by the way. And that'll be completed next week early. So let's look at scores. Pilgrim is first. Pilgrim scored a single point in cards. The Pilgrim has 15 points of prowess. Let's see how that stacks up with the rest of the field here. He is in second place, behind the Swordsman, who killed the patrol. So the Pilgrim scores 1 point in prowess. Gold is nothing, because he ended up with 2 gold. Great treasures, nothing. Spells are nothing. The Pilgrim scores 2 points week 1. The White Knight. Oops, I don't know. I just pressed 2, and I don't know what I did. The White Knight scores 2 points in cards. He has no points in prowess because he's at a negative. How is his gold? He has 15 gold. So he is actually in second place on gold. And so that gives him a buck. 1 point there. So he scores 3 points today, this week. So that's where those 2 sit. The Amazon has scored a single point. That's Gambler. She is in third place in prowess, which does her no damn good. She has no gold. She can't score that. She is sitting at a single point. And last but certainly not least is the swordsman. The swordsman has scored a point. He is in first place in prowess. He is first place in gold. He is first place in great treasures. And so he is handily winning, at least today, with 7 points. But 6 of those points are categories, and it's unlikely that he's going to remain in the lead in all of those throughout the rest of the game. So keep that in mind. What else we got going on here? We do have to draw more events, so let me do that real quick. We end up with 3 more events for week 2, and we still have the Warlock out there. We get the Inquisition. So let me do this real quick. Let me mark the deliveries off the board. Oops, geez, that totally doesn't work. Deliveries are gone. So that is done. We get the Inquisition. That's going to favor the Pilgrim and the Knight, strangely enough. That stinks a little bit, but okay. For the rest of them. So the Inquisition. You can score the Inquisition by killing a demon or imp, turning in items with black magic or type 5 spells, ending day at the chapel, and wounding your highest magic chit, and you get 1 VP for any of those. Done. You can earn multiple VP, but only 1 per category. So the Inquisition is available for a couple of weeks. I don't know if we have an Inquisition done. We do not. I don't know why I don't have that. I'll need to fix that somehow. So what I'm going to do to mark the Inquisition is we're going to pull an object up here. Let's pull, I don't know, Peace Pack. The Suns. We'll pull the Sun Ace there. That's going to go on our calendar so that we know the Inquisition will last through the 21st. Okay? That's when the Inquisition will end. We have a Goblin Horde. So Goblin Horde is going to show up, and we're going to need to place that Goblin Horde. It shows up in a hex, random hex. So you roll a d10 and a d6. So it's any of the 6 clearing hexes. We get Deep Woods 1. There's a Goblin Horde in the Deep Woods 1. So the Deep Woods is actually this fascinating little mess. We get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we get these sword goblins. Bam. So that's the 6th goblin. And we take them to Deep Woods 1. So Deep Woods is a plethora of points. Killing any goblin in that horde will net you a point, if you live, of course. Killing the swordsman gets you a point, and if the whole thing is cleared, you get a treasure also. Oops, I'm sorry. I left this on too long. You cannot see me do anything. I apologize. That is my fault, but you didn't miss much. You just missed me typing a little bit and moving a goblin board on the map. And then finally, we have the porter, and the porter ends up at a dwelling. And he ends up at the large campfire. The porter costs $8 to hire, I think, and he will carry stuff for you, and you hire him for the rest of the game. And so I'm just going to put him literally on the large campfire. And I don't really need to even keep that card out. We know where he is. He's there. And if you pick him up and you hire him, good deal. The porter, let's read it just to make sure we got it right. The porter, 8 gold to hire the rest of the game. He carries items up to heavy for you. And there you go. You can only use them if you can use them still, but he carries them for you. So that is actually a pretty good deal for some of these later characters. They can get their stuff. They can deal in heavier treasures effectively. So I think that's it for us right now. We have, um, it was not. It was not as scory as I expected, but it was an eventful week. We had the swordsman killing the patrol. We had the White Knight burning down after 6 days of trying. We had some combat, so I think it was a pretty good first week. And again, the scores end up 7-3 to 2-1. Swordsman and the White Knight are ahead at the moment, but I cannot imagine that Swordsman's lead is going to stick for the rest of the game. So let's see what happens. We'll do week 2 here in a few days. And that's it. Thank you very much. I appreciate you hanging out with me.